is you have a point outside the circle and you hit secant, 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 secant. You again have a major angle, a minor angle, and the angle in between the two lines, or rays actually. So X is again 1/2 big M minus little m, just like that.
Got it. So, okay.
And then the last possibility here, there's kind of two ways you can show it, but it's a tangent. Keep missing it. Tangent secant. But it doesn't matter where that, like, it doesn't matter if the top one's the secant and the bottom one's a tangent. You still have a major, a minor, and an X. X is still 1/2 major minus minor.
Major minus minor. All right. And
Same
these
formula 3
M's are
times.
gonna like there will be numbers there, or do I also have to find the M?
So, well, some we're gonna do a lot of problems. There's some numbers, some not.
I see. All right.
Another thing here to remember is that if you were to go all the way around a circle, that's 360 degrees. Hopefully that's clear. Is that okay?
Yeah, I got that part.
Yeah, that one. And then finally, last one here is a tangent. That's drawn really poorly. Let me actually try doing it this way. A tangent to a radius is 90 degrees.
And we know by that not by that box, but we can just write that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that. Okay.
That's nothing you'll see here. Okay. So those are your definitions. It's kind of like when we talked about parallel lines cut by a transversal, give you a whole bunch of definitions. Now we go do a bunch of problems and see what you know or don't know and get really good at it. Okay. So let's see here. We got all right. So no particular order here. Actually, I don't like those first ones. This might be too difficult. All right, let's keep it super simple. Keep it super simple here. All right. So here's your first problem. All right. So you were asking me this question. You said like, hey, like, am I going to be given M? Am I going to need a little M? So you're going to have to be given 2 of the 3. And in this problem, you're given big M and you're given little m.
Little m, yeah. And by little m, you mean is that the 61 or no?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So the idea here is that big M and little m refer to the circle. M is usually the bigger one. That's why it's capital. Little m is the smaller one. That's why it's lowercase.
Okay. So then when I'm setting up the equation, I have 1/2 parentheses 141 minus 61. Am I distributing that 1/2 or
You should simplify first.
Okay, so 141 minus 61.
Yep.
One-half parentheses 80.
Okay. What is half of 80? You're looking to grab a
40.
calculator. Yeah. So X ends up being 40. That's problem. Good. All right, let's try another one. So I gotta be careful here. Actually, let's So let me pick up here. You can't see my other screen. There's just yeah, here we go. They get, there's other things we need to know, and this is all right. So here, this time X isn't really the X that you're thinking of. Like normally this one down here is X. So
Mhm.
you really want to think of this as big M, little m, and this is X, but you're really solving for big M in this problem.
Oh, okay. So then it'd be 40 equals 1/2 parentheses M minus 80.
Big M minus 80. All right, so I'm just gonna have to break away for like 2 minutes, 2 or 3 minutes. I'll be right back with you.
All right.
I feel something. All right, I am back. Um, Apologize for the delay there.
No,
So
you're good.
were you able to solve this for M?
Yeah, but the answer that I'm getting, I don't think that it's right. I've tried like three different ways.
Okay, so
I
you're
keep
getting rid of you,
for big M, I'm getting 80, but that's also what little m is. So that's why I don't think that's right.
yeah, they're never the same, these problems. So you're multiplying by two on both sides to get rid of the fraction. So it
Oh,
becomes just M minus 80, and then you're gonna add 80 to both sides.
yeah, that makes way more sense.
So M equals
160.
160.
Got it.
Okay. All right. And then let's look at a couple more here. So the issue here is that you also need to know other things about triangles or circles that you're not, I don't know that you guys have covered yet. Here's one with an equation. Let's try this one. Then we're gonna have to talk about other things inside of a circle. So here, this big M is the 4x plus 5, and the lemma is M, and X is still X. So X is 1/2 big M, which is 4x plus 5 minus 50. So just like in the previous problem, how do we clear out this fraction?
You multiply everything by 2 to clear out the fraction.
Yeah, so it's 2x equals 4x minus 45. Go ahead and solve it from here. I'll be right back with you. All right, we're able to solve this for X.
Yeah,
Okay, what did you come up with?
I got 22.5.
Okay, so now um, that has to go back into this equation right here to solve for big M.
So I plug in 22.5 for into X.
Yes.
Okay. So does M equal 105?
Yes. Excellent. All right. So we actually need to go do some other things here because like these are all really nice that I've been giving you, but they're not everything. And so we have to go back to the circle because these problems are always intertwined with other stuff. Um, so have you guys talked about inscribed angles and central angles?
I don't think so. That
Okay. So this is called a central angle. So the central angle X and X, these are the same. Guessing you've not seen that.
no, I haven't.
Okay. And then there's what's called an inscribed angle. We really should have started with these. You're supposed to start with these first when you're learning them. The angle is on the circle, X and 2X. So this is called an inscribed angle.
Oh, I see.
Okay, and these are necessary to do some of these other problems here. Let me actually look up these first. Okay, so these don't aren't very good. All right, let's try another worksheet. Um, yeah, so let's start with pretty basic stuff here. So the in this problem here, the measure from arc A to B, this is called a central angle here because it's butts up to the center of the circle.
Mhm.
So that becomes 110 degrees right there. And then the other arc, the other arc ends up being 360 minus 110,
110.
which is
Yeah,
just
that makes
250
sense.
degrees. Okay. So when I kept saying arc measure, that's what we're talking about here.
Mhm.
All right. So let me leave this up and have you solve another problem here. And they do get one way more difficult than this. This is just like getting started with this. So here's another angle measure problem for you to look at.
320.
For which one? There's two things it's asking for you for here.
Oh, AB is 40, but then
40. Yeah.
BCA is 320.
Okay. All right. Very good. So another like little thing here about circles is that trying to find my cursor. Okay. So if I give you a circle and a line that goes through the center of the circle, that's called a diameter. This is 180 degrees up here and 180 degrees down there. All right, so that will be useful in the next couple of problems here. Basically, it's half a circle, so half of 360 is 180.
Mhm.
All right, number 4. Right, number 4 here. So I would recommend finding like I'll call it Y. I'll call it Y right here. I would recommend finding Y first, and that's based on what we just did. This is a diameter, even though it maybe doesn't look like it. It is a diameter. So the it's these two angles make a linear pair.
So, okay, so it's asking, all right. So 180. So A to C is 125.
Okay, so
And
yeah, 125 degrees, and then the other one. So you gotta be careful. Like this whole thing is 180 from A to B, but we want C to B back.
Yeah. 235.
Okay, I agree. All right, so you're kind of getting the feel for it. Let me put a new problem up in front of you. This will help to solidify this concept. All right, here we go. Go ahead and find the, and you can find them in either order. Doesn't matter to me. Um,
Hmm. Would it be 180 and 230?
so interestingly here, C to O to A is this one right here. This sort of, I don't know, call it X. It's definitely
You
not
know that.
230. Yeah.
Wait, so I'm not using like,
Well, they're not all going to be like just find the measure of the arc. The C to O to A is this. If it's got
oh,
this
so then
arc
that's
symbol,
50.
eyebrow, yeah, it's 50. If you got kind of that eyebrow, it's an arc. It still asks you for an angle. Okay. Um, here's another one for you to try. I'll be right back with you. Right. What did you come up with? Do you have any answers for me?
Yeah. For CAB, I have wait, hold on, I don't know. Oh, I have 225. And then for ABC,
It'd
I
be
have
215.
325.
215 because it's 180 plus the 35.
Oh, 8 plus 3 is, yeah, that's my fault.
Okay, and then
250.
ABC.
ABC is 325.
Yeah, it's like 360 minus 35. Okay, good. So you can see that they're not as simple as just like, oh, it's just that number or that number, right?
Yeah,
There's a
that's
little bit,
true.
little bit more to it. Okay, so we'll do a couple more complicated ones here. Let me grab two snips for these. Um, so let me grab what it's asking for. So again, if you see that little eyebrow, that's an arc. Um, this little thing here, I don't call it, but that's the angle measure symbol. So go ahead and find each of those for me, please. And you may have to draw it. I know it's not that convenient, but
All right. All right. I think I got them.
okay.
ED is 75.
Agreed.
Um, COB is 165.
Okay, agreed.
AB is 15. And BOE, hold on, I'm making sure I'm looking at the right thing, is 195.
O to E. So we're talking about, I'm gonna draw it in red here. This angle right here. And you said 195.
Oh, I thought, okay, so you see where that red line is? I thought we were doing like B going to the right, O, and then E at the top. So that's why I did.
So angle measure, think of more of a triangle or something
Yeah.
for an angle. So give that another look. What
All
it's
right. Well, then 90 plus 15,
okay.
105.
All right. So here you've done this a couple times here. This is not the same.
Oh, the degrees.
You have to give the degree measure. They're gonna emphasize that more in this part of the course.
Got it.
So
105 degrees.
we know we play by the rules and we just that's what it is. All right. Let's try one, maybe two more of these before we move on to something else. Sorry, I didn't have it ready. Let's There we go. Go ahead and let me get that screen reoriented. All right, yeah, go ahead and take a look at these and let me know what you come up with.
All right. AE is 70 degrees.
Okay.
AB is
Alright,
50 degrees.
AP 50 degrees agreed. Going.
ECB is 240 degrees.
Okay, how did you come up with that? I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just asking how did you do it?
So I knew that AB was 50 degrees. So to get BC, I did 180 minus 50, and that's 130. And then
Okay,
60 plus 50 plus 130
good.
got me to that.
That works. Okay.
Uh,
Now before you give me the answer to BOC, that's this angle right here,
yeah.
which is the same as this arc
Yep.
right there. Okay. What is that?
130.
Very good. All right. You think you got it, but yep, no, I don't think there's any rush. So let's now switch back to, not back to, we're going to go to inscribed angles. So the relationship here with inscribed angles, I should have redrawn it. The one that's on the circle, I'm sorry, on the circle is double the one inside the circle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're gonna get some really basic ones to start out here. I'm gonna put 3 on the screen. But you're either cutting in half or doubling. So I don't have to overthink this too much.
Wait, on this one, am I doing like a setup?
No. So the picture from inscribed angles,
Yeah.
you have that down. This is X, this is 2X. So in each of these problems, you're either cutting it in half or doubling it to get the other angle.
So would A be 180?
Well, like I said, yeah, you're either doubling or cutting in half. So this for multiple choice, there'd be 2 answers, 45 or 180. Now just looking at the angle, does that look like a 180-degree
Oh,
angle?
I see. No, it doesn't. It looks like
Yeah.
it looks like 45.
Right. So you cut it in half when you're going that direction, you cut it in half. So what is the measure of angle A here?
25.
Okay. And B to C?
80.
Good. Okay. That's why I was trying not to get you to overthink it here.
I gotcha.
But they do get more difficult.
I bet.
And it's like, well, so in this next grouping of problems here, give me the angle measure B to C, and then we'll talk about the more difficult ones here.
170.
Okay. Now in problem 5, you almost want to draw 2 triangles here, or sorry, 2 circles. You want to draw the inscribed angle and then the central angle. Okay. Because if A is 55, then what is the arc from B to C?
A 110.
110. And then if that's 110, what's the measure of the angle BOC here in red? That's the
110
central
as
angle.
well. Wait, what do
Yes.
you mean?
Well,
Yeah.
we
Yeah, it's
give these,
110.
yeah, exactly. Yes, exactly. You don't have to make these separate drawings, but they could help.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll leave that up to you, how you want to proceed with number 6. Um, this one's actually kind of a backwards, but we'll do a few more after this too.
Is it 180?
It is not 180. I mean, look at angle A. There's no way it's 180.
Oh, I didn't even read find. Okay, yeah, that's 45. I thought that was stupid. I thought it was going to B to C. But yeah,
B to
45.
C is not 180. What is B to C? What's the
90.
angle? 90 degrees.
Yeah,
So you
but
cut it
A
in
is
half to
45.
get, yes, 45 degrees. Okay. All right. Let's look at a few of these. Okay. Go ahead and see if you can do any of these. It's related to something we did earlier.
Would A be 50?
It is not. What is if you have a diameter, that's kind of the key here. What is the whole top angle measure?
180.
So what does that make C to B?
80?
Okay. Now how do you use that to find A?
40.
Okay.
Oh, I see. Okay, let me try the next one.
Yeah, try the next two, please.
So 180 minus 150 is 30.
Okay.
So then B would be 15.
Okay. All right, do the last one, please.
Well,
Find C to B first.
yeah, that's 60.
Okay. And it's related to this down here.
So 60 plus, would I add in the 30 as well? Or, oh, wait. Is it 120?
Yes.
Got
Okay,
it.
the wheels are turning. All right. So new problem here. This one's a little bit more involved. It actually came earlier in the sequencing. So there's actually two circles here that you're kind of want to visualize. A lot of times you want to remove some lines in geometry. And then sometimes you want to add lines. Actually less common to add lines. Okay. So if this angle is 120, what is the arc from A all the way to C? Big one here.
240.
240, which means the other one, what's that? What's that one? The other AC. So go in the other direction.
180.
Nope. What's the whole circle add up to?
360.
Okay, so you got 240.
Oh,
How much is left?
hold on, I'm doing it. 120.
120. So how is that related to angle B? How can we find angle B?
60.
Yes. Any questions to that before I give you one?
No, I think I can try it.
Okay. All right. Here you go. I recommend drawing two circles, but it's up to you. It's a little bit different. I mean, it's not different, but it's just a different orientation.
Oh.
This is the first one I recommend drawing.
But I can still use the same concept, right? So
Exactly.
it's 65 plus.
Yeah.
Is it not 130 for angle A?
It is not. What is this arc measure here? D to B.
65 plus 60. Wait, and we're not doubling 65
What
to
is the rule for an
5A?
what's the rule for an inscribed angle? A is not in this picture that I'm drawing. You got to find this arc first. How much is this arc? All right, so it's 130. What's the other one over here?
Oh wait, I thought I was saying 130.
Yeah, but that's not A. A
Oh
is something different. A is this angle right in here.
okay. All right. Well then if
230.
that's 130, then 360 minus 130 is yeah, oh yeah, okay, yeah, you already wrote it. 230.
Okay, so how do you find A?
Uh hold on. You have 230. 115.
Very good. So one other little thing here is that, and you already know this, is that if it goes through the center and you draw a triangle, this is a 90-degree angle. Okay, so we're gonna do really quick because they're not that difficult here. In each of these, there is a right angle, right angle, right angle, right angle. So we know that the three angles add up to 180. And that's how you solve this type of problem here. So C ends up being 65, C ends up being 20, C ends up being 35.
Oh, I see. So you're using that 90 and adding it in.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
get
so
it.
there's a lot more here, meaning like there's a lot of stuff you're gonna have to go back and remember, but we're gonna
Mhm.
stop here for today.